Good day, welcome back. It's completely calm here now. Wonder if you can hear the birds back there. I'm going to be cleaning up the garden any day now. I thought when I was doing my walkabout, I thought it would be a good idea to just give you an update on where the growing season is. This is April the 26th, I think it is. So I'll switch around and show you what's growing. The rose bushes. The leaves are just coming out. See if I can get it to focus on this closer one here. Of course, you see there's the beds. I need to clean them out, so I'll be getting at that now pretty much any day. A lilac bush is coming right along. The leaves will be opening on that in the next few days. Snowball bush, of course, he had died all the way back, but last year we didn't have a problem with the bugs, and he's coming back here now, so that's good. You'll see how the garden is now, and then of course I'll give a quick walk through once I got it cleaned up. I've been thinking it over during the winter like you would, and I'm going to make a nice railing around here. That's the Shasta Daisy, I think it is. By the second fence, I had to clean this all up because I have some flower seeds. Both, I'm not going to take up this because I'm going to, like I said, just because I can, I'm going to try the root stock method with some potatoes here. I'll get them put in earlier this year. And so the better weather, they might do better than what the late planting was last year. Of course, the grapevines, they're not sprouted yet. Got to clean up. Want to make something nice around that red maple. So that's a cleanup issue. Out here, last year I got a whole bunch of mullein seeds, and I sprinkled them around out there. I don't know how many's going to come, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Romeo cherry. Autofocus, so you got to put your hand behind it. This bush, every year, winter kill. Yeah, it's rated for actually below our hardiness zone, but I'm assuming due to the constant wind, then it burns the tips every year, and what little flowers we get on it is not worth talking about. So that's a Juliet cherry. Angiopere. You see see how close I can get it to focus here now. But the bud is just starting here. the flowers comes out first. So this is actually the flower buds here now. This will be loaded in yellow flowers. That one and that one. Come a couple weeks time. This is the last rose bush to break bud, eh? I'm doing a little grafting experiment, but in the next couple of days, I'm going to do some more, and then I'll try to record it. I tried earlier, and it was an uncomfortable day, so I gave it up, and now I'm going to try again. This is the apple tree up on the cliff, and I've grafted it onto this one that I cut down close to the house that was growing up, and it never did produce a blossom. Myra Bland Cherry Plum, remember this one put out some flowers last year, but I didn't get any fruit. But they grow good every year. They come to life, and they don't seem to have any winter kill or anything. I mean, right out to the very tip, you see. The trees are healthy. Funny thing about the white currant, it's the last one to break buds. All the other ones, the leaves are starting to come out. The wild raspberries, the leaves are starting to come out. This little tree here, that's called fox willow. And I haven't been able to take care of it, so it's just there fending for itself, but it's getting along pretty well. Now this is the willow I don't know about over here. So, and it has died back. It looks like it's doing pretty well now. Birch leaf pear growing, and the birch themselves, I think this might be a sage bush, service berry, Saskatoon berry. The leaves are just starting to come out on the birch. Pixwell gooseberry. I gotta get the grass out of that for sure. So that's another birch right there. Damson is not sprouting yet. But now you see, this is the red currant, much further along than the white currant. And this is black currant. Two of them. And the black gooseberry. Two of those. They're all, the leaves are just starting to open up. I thought it was funny. The buds are well swollen on the female sea berry. Over on these bigger male sea berries, the leaves are opening up. See, they're all spreading out now. Well, my poor little plum tree. Those buds seem to be swelling. So it's coming back to life. Hopefully it grows back. Of course, the cherry tree, that's one of the earliest things. Like I say, this is the other Montmorency cherry, I think it is. Now, look at this. Isn't that a beauty? So last year we only had a few stalks because that was the first year after I redid this bed. But look at how many stalks are coming up here now. They started to grow, and I have a picture. There's snow around them, and the rhubarb was growing. We did get some frosty nights, and because of that, you see the burn marks on them. That I'm assuming is frost burn. The strawberry beds don't look that great, do they? I don't know, we'll see what happens when things really get growing. There's nothing growing much right now, of course. It's only April the 26th. But what is growing over here, garlic is growing. I don't know if there's a space or not. Like some places, it looks like there's this wider opening, but that might be just the way I planted them. So we got 180, somewhere like 200 garlic plants there. The few onions I missed here, that doesn't look like it's growing that great actually. But I'm going to wait until I get to this bed. And I'll leave this bed to last to clean up, and then whatever is growing on top, I can use it as green onion. This one, so that onion is growing good. Oh. If anybody can tell me what the plant tree that is, you go right ahead. Oh, I missed the onion over there. See that? It's growing. Wonder if I should leave. No, I'll take that one up, I think. This one, though, doesn't look like it's growing. But I'll get enough from the one that is growing, enough seed, so it's not anything to be worried about. The green kale that had melted out of the snow, well, then we got frosty nights afterwards, of course, and all that vegetation on top is dead, but the plant is still alive. So when I clean out the bed, so I'll just take off that dead vegetation and see how it grows. And back under the trees, you see, I wouldn't even expect the one out in the sunny plot to be up this side yet, but it is, the leaves are starting to open up, even back underneath the trees, basically complete shade all day long. So you can see the green down there. That's the St. John's wort growing up. The echinacea in front of it is not growing yet. Won't be long and I'll be harvesting chives. In fact, I can take a little bit now for a taste. And the lovage, I'm happy with this plant. That's growing quite well. Something else I'm happy with. He's right there. Catmint, it's coming back quite well. And along with parsnip, you see all the little parsnip plants there? There's 6 chive plants there. They are more in the shade, so that's why they're smaller. Now that's the overview of this plot before I clean it up. And an overview of this pot before I clean it up. So this is the red raspberries. They're just starting to grow. There's a Siberian pea shrub right there that I think is alive, but I can't say for sure. As I was doing my walkabout, I came up on this. An accident waiting to happen. I'll go over closer and show you. I came up to see if the honey locusts were starting to leaf out, and this is what I found. And it goes all the way up, it's leaning in that birch tree right there, and kind of precariously pitched there actually. If we get a strong southwest wind, that could come down. So I've got to cut that down sooner rather than later. And in order to do it, I'm going to have to cut down that birch. The idea of renting a gas wood chipper is tempting. So I've been cutting up firewood, as you know, and I got most of the wood out. It was 4 loads. That's easy, but I gotta start cleaning up branches before I can easily get at the rest of what I've got cut up here. A lot of branches on trees. And so the plan was, now that every good day, I'd come up here and I'd cut down the branches and get them prepared to go through the little chipper I have, and then go down and chip them and do just 1 load a day, right? How long will that take? Will it be fast enough? I need to cut 1 trailer load of firewood per week. And can I deal with the branches of that in a week? Plus, slowly getting this cleaned up. That's a good question that I don't know. I have a wild rose that's quite infected. It's a bug that does that. It creates an injury on the plant, and the response of the plant tries to grow around it, and it'll grow this bigger and bigger ball of red fluff. And this is what it looks like come spring, right after all winter. And that rose bush is just loaded in them. Nothing special to point out up here on top. Just give you the scenery. I've been around, I checked all the trees and the ones that I got planted. The birch are just starting to put out their leaves, just like down below. But the other ones aren't yet. Some places the moose would have feeded on the mulberries, but see, this is grown back birch, and they've been going along. If there's a lot of it, you see, this is what the moose do. They don't even bother to put their head down. They just walk along and nibble on whatever is mouth level. Or about, they might put their neck out straight to get something like that. Never got to cut up this tree afterwards. And that's pretty fresh, actually. You see, I was walking over here. That's the red mulberry. There I have some red mulberry. They did take a nip off the top of that red mulberry. See that? But right here, see, I have there's birch growing up there, birch growing up there, and the moose has been nibbling on that. It didn't touch the mulberry that's right beside it because the mulberry is down lower. But that's it. We've got, well, it might be the warmest April that I have on record now. It's not quite up there yet, but we've got another 4 days, right, to go. So we might top 2021 April temperature. But still, you could still have a frost last of May. Now, I could put in like rutabaga seed and like plant out onions, of course, and that kind of thing. If you're planting out the bulbs for onions, those sets that you buy, then this year would be a good year and you plant them out really early. I had trouble getting onions to grow from sets, and the one year I got a good harvest was a year like this year. I could plant them out, I think it was around the 1st of May or something. I planted them out, and they grew good that year. But any year I had to wait until, say, the 3rd week of May to plant them, no, they didn't have time to grow. Summer heat got them, they bolted. But if you can get them in now, here in Newfoundland I'm talking about, then it might be a good year for growing onions from sets. Coltsfoot flowers. So that's the only thing I've seen. They're closed now because it's early morning and it was a frosty night last night. But so far that's the only thing I've seen growing ground level. I was watching a Maritime Gardener, and he was putting in his onion sets, and his key is when the dandelions start to grow. There's green dandelion leaves you find around here, but they're not growing. They were just sitting there under the snow all winter. So I had to go for a walk down the road to find the coltsfoot to show you. And that's the state of the growing season here at this time. So I have another week before I have to set my onion sets. I had trouble with sprouting the onion seeds, as you know, so on next Saturday I'm thinking about getting some onion sets to set, because onions is a necessity. So I hope you enjoyed the update, and yeah, in the next video I'll clean up the garden and we'll see how things go. Thank you for watching.